Hey dreamers, what's up? This is your boy Icon, and today we're going to be talking about pretty much the 4 must-haves that's going to help you to increase your chances of being successful in today's music industry doing it yourself. So stay tuned. We Dream Loud begins now. So today we want to kick it off with the 4 main things that I believe you need to have to be successful in today's music industry. And the first thing to kick it off is your mindset and your passion, right? This is very, very important. And when I talk about mindset, you gotta be in a state of mind to win, all right? And starting in the music industry with the expectation for it to happen right away is just not a realistic expectation. The truth is, overnight success happens very far and wide. And in today's music industry, you now have to create your own opportunity to make things happen. It all starts with being committed to your dream and fully believing in not only yourself, but in your talents. And then you have to work smart and you have to set realistic goals. Setting realistic goals will help you to keep motivated and keep you pushing forward to your dream. Now, the reality is that every artist has their own real life situation, right? Every artist situation is different, and I get this 100%, right? You may have a 9-to-5 job that drains you completely. So by the time you finish work, you're coming home, you're tired, you're trying to find the energy to, write a song or to, go to the studio for the whole night, then to wake up again in the morning. It's difficult, it's very hard. Some artists even have kids that they have to, be responsible for and take care of, and that is hard. And then some people just don't have the money, don't have the resources or the knowledge to know how to do this or to pursue this career on a budget. And these are all obstacles and they can all be overcome. You just have to know what your situation is, and that way you're able to set realistic goals. Setting a realistic goal is very key because it's okay to go at your own pace. You don't have to be going like, fast. You don't have to be super Speedy Gonzalez at this thing. You have to go at the pace that's realistic to you. The key thing here is that you're going and you're not giving up. You're moving forward towards your dream. And lastly, I want to say, pursuing a career in music, you have to be going at it full-heartedly. You really do, honestly. And going at it full-heartedly, what I mean by that is you can't be doing the music business because of money or fame. Like you're trying to do this to get a hype or to be famous or just to get money. You're setting yourself up for a disappointment if you don't get the money right away, right? You're setting yourself up for that. So if you're not in this thing wholeheartedly and you're not in this because you really truly love this, maybe this is not the right industry for you to get into. And I gotta be honest about that one. So, you need to really ask yourself, if money didn't exist, right? If money did not exist, what would you be doing with your life? Would you still be pursuing a career in music if money didn't exist, or if fame wasn't so important to you? Then definitely this is the right venue. This is the right thing for you to be doing. And that's passion, okay? That's where you know if you have real passion for something, if you're willing to do this thing without money. We all know that money is important. Don't get me twisted here. We all know that money is important to live, yes. But the level of passion that you need to push you through those hard times and to push you through those very dark moments where you feel like you're not moving, you have to have a serious passion to help you to break through those barriers. And that's why I say this, okay? The second thing is good quality music. Whatever genre you do, whether you're a rapper, whether you're a singer, whether you're a DJ, sing-jay, producer, musician, whatever it is that you do, we all have influences and we all came into this business more than likely being influenced by others. And that's how we got drawn to music. And it's perfectly fine to be influenced by others. It's okay, there's nothing wrong with being influenced by others. The reason why I bring this up though is because you can actually lean on those artists that influence you and use their music to kind of gauge the quality of your music. And what I mean by that is listening close enough to see why is it that my music sounds amateur while this one sounds polished. There are many different parts of a song or of a record that makes a good quality sounding product. And yes, music is very subjective and it leans a lot on personal preference, but there are a few key main things and ingredients that make a product a good quality product. I like to refer to them as the 4 M's, which is melodies, music, message, and mix. Right? When I talk about melodies, I'm talking vocally speaking, I'm talking about the actual vocal from the artist. I'm talking about the melodies that the artist is choosing to use within the music, right? Melodies need to be catchy. Melodies need to be something that's memorable, something that, after the song is done, the listener is singing these melodies simply because they're just that addictive and that catchy. And then I want to talk about the music, and the music is, it's the instrumentation I'm talking about, whether it's the drums or it's the chord progression, the pianos, the guitar, the bass line, the horns, whatever the music is that's in there, they're all working together and make sense musically. So everything is in key, everything works together, it sounds good, everything gels. Then there comes the message. And I'm not just talking lyrically, as we all know that music today doesn't really have to be a lyrical thing, but you have to be able to connect with your listener. You have to be able to connect on an emotional level, whether it's something sad, whether it's something happy, whether it's something sexy, provocative, nasty, whatever the case is, you have to be able to connect. That's what I mean by the message, is that message connecting. And lastly, I want to talk about the mix. The mix is very important. And I know you probably heard that term, the mix. Is the mix good, right? Or is it mastered? You hear that all the time. Is this mix or mastered? And people mention that all the time because it's very important, because this is what gels all the music and vocals and everything together. This is what gives clarity to the overall sound. And it really sets aside something being professional from being unprofessional. Next thing I wanted to talk about today is industry knowledge. In the new music industry today, it's now completely up to you, right, to have all your ducks in a row. This means having your business right from jump. And from the start, in any business you do, you need to somewhat be knowledgeable about the things within your business, right? For example, if you want to, have a successful restaurant business, you should probably know about how to prepare food, right? And you should know how to set up your business legally. You need to know how to market your restaurant, how to get people into your restaurant. And you should know about customer service, because when they get there, you need to know how to serve them so that they can want to come back, right? And you should know about money management and how to staff properly, hire the right people, right, to help your business run properly. And eventually you need to know how to expand and grow. This is all the steps for a successful business. Same thing with your music career. Same thing. You need to know how to prepare for your music career and the business, which involves production, legal, marketing, monetization, service. And when I talk about production, I mean, the whole recording process, the mixing process, the mastering, what that does. I know we spoke briefly about that in product and good quality. It's important to know about these things so that at least know about it. I'm not saying you have to be the best music engineer or anything like that. I'm just saying you need to at least have an idea about it. Learn about EQ, compression, reverb. And then you need to know about the legal aspect. You should know how to set up, setting up your business nowadays. A LLC is so simple, and you can do that online. Also, learning how to market is very important. And when I say market, because after you get the music and you get everything in place, you need to find people to listen to this music, especially if you're a new artist. You need to know how to find fans. And you need to know how to do promotion, not only just online, but you need to be able to know how to do promotion offline. And how to stay in touch with your fans, right? How to engage with them, and how to truly utilize like email marketing. Email marketing is a very key method of communicating and keeping in touch with your fans. Your fans want to stay in touch. They like your music. They really want to, and it's important that you keep engaging with them. In terms of monetization, this is very important. And I know, artists don't usually like to think about all this business stuff, and I don't really like to hear this, but it's so important in today's market. And it's important that you're knowledgeable about it, because you need to make money from your hard work, and knowing what all your potential revenue streams are and making sure that you're capitalizing on it, on as many of them as possible, is very crucial, right? Then we go down to servicing, right? You need to know how to service your fans, how to engage with them, not only just on social media, but on stage. Your performance has to be, engaging, so that people want to come back and see you. These are all very important for the growth. And then you basically just repeat it, project after project. You repeat all these steps: production, the legal part of it, make sure all the writers are signed up properly, the split sheets are done, everything is done. Then you're marketing your product properly, you're finding fans, you're letting people know about this new song that you have. You're monetizing everything, so every time stuff is getting played, you're getting paid, right? And you're servicing your fans, so it's a big cycle. You just rinse and repeat, rinse and repeat. Each of these categories are extremely important to the overall success of your business and your brand, and requires a good understanding about it, right? Having this knowledge puts you at a distinct advantage over competition. And it not only gives you clarity, it allows you to set goals. And if you have to hire someone, at least you know what to expect from them, and you know what to hold them accountable for. The last thing I want to talk about on the list, and it's very important, is ownership and consistency. Now, in the new music industry today, everything is interactive. Everything is very instant, okay? You want to watch a new music video or learn something, you just go to YouTube, right? Or Google, right? You want to know what song you're hearing, you can just pop out your phone and Shazam it. Tells you what song it is. You want to listen to music, new music that just came out, you can be sure you can find it, you can just Spotify it right away, interactive. You get the drift. Whenever you want something like magic, boom, it's there, it's instant. So fans now have the power to swipe left, swipe right, right? The power is in the finger now, right? They have their smartphones and they're able to discover new talent, new music very quickly. They're listening to new music, they're watching new music, they're reading new articles, gaining access to your life via social media. And this has never been so easy for a fan. Within minutes, a total stranger to your music and to your brand can now be a fan of both you and your music simultaneously, instantly. On the flip side of this though, they can also, just as fast as they learned about you, they can learn about somebody else. And they can forget about you, right? Because if you're not feeding them and keeping them engaged and keeping them in sync with you and what's going on, they're going to just discover someone else. Because remember, it's very easy to do this now, right? So the game is now about keeping the attention. And the main part of keeping anybody's attention is consistently giving them content, consistently popping up in their feed, consistently making them want to come back and see what you're up to, because you're always doing something, right? You always have something to share with them. To do that, you need to not only be some sort of a content creator nowadays, you have to also have ownership of your music, right? So ownership, content creating, all sinks into being consistent. Ownership and consistency. I should even put content creation in there too, right? Because that's very important. You have to be able to do all this. And when you own your music, that gives you, power over your intellectual property. This allows you to release music on your terms and, at any time that you need it, right? Having ownership gives you this power. As a result, your fans will be consistently entertained. They will make a transition pretty much from just a regular fan into being a true loyal fan, And you will get this through the ownership and consistency. Okay, so those are the main things I would say are very critical in today's music industry. So to recap, that's your mindset and your passion, good quality music, right? Industry knowledge, right? And ownership and consistency. Okay, these things are critical in the new music industry. That's all I have today. I hope you enjoyed it. I have a lot more content coming your way. So please, if you like this information, you want to get some more, definitely hit the subscribe button, hit the bell to get notified. Share it with your friends if you thought it was informative. And we dream loud, baby. Peace and love. All right. See you soon.